Alright, chemists, so let's have a look at solutions. Now remember, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the precipitate. Now, we want to, by the end of this one, be able to understand solutions and the various components. We also want to get a rough idea of concentration as well. But you should be able to describe a solution by the end of this using the appropriate vocabulary. The focus of this lesson is vocabulary. We want you to learn the language of solutions, learn the language of chemistry in general, but we want you to learn the language of solutions here. So over here is a solution. It's pretty simple. We can see that we've got the water and the thing dissolved in it. Now, obviously, we won't be able to see those normally, but yes. But the reason is because a solution is a homogeneous mixture, okay, which means it's uniformly mixed through. Okay, you can't tell the different parts away from each other. The minor component is mixed completely through with the major component. Now, the solute is the minor component of a solution. Okay, so this is dissolved in the solvent. So if we're talking salt water, salt is the solute, is the minor component. The solvent is the major component. So the major component is the part which is, it takes up the most, has the most mass, essentially, and often that'll be water, but not always. So the major component is what dissolves the solute. So the solvent is, mistake already. So the major component dissolves the solute. Now, soluble means something is able to be dissolved. For example, salt, like table salt, is able to be dissolved up to a point. So something is soluble, it is usually a grams per liter that can be dissolved. Precipitate, that's when we have a chemical reaction and you have something, two things in there which were previously soluble, you mix them together and you now have something which is insoluble, means it falls out of solution. Okay, one of the reasons we call rain precipitation is because rain is in the air as, water is in the air as a gas, as water vapor, and it eventually will fall out of solution, the solution being the air, it'll fall out of solution, falling down, it's a precipitate. So let's have a quick look at some examples. Air. Okay, so the solvent in air is nitrogen gas. The majority of air is nitrogen gas. The solute is oxygen, water, carbon dioxide, a whole bunch of other stuff. Seawater. Okay, seawater is the solvent, so the major component is water, but the solutes are lots of other salts like sodium chloride, magnesium chloride, and a bunch of others. And we see how that works here, right? So you've got your solid, and you put it in your liquid. Yeah. Now, you mix them up, and it dissolves, and you have this solution. And you'll see that there are more, well, there should be more waters than there are salts there, because it's the major component. Over here, we have a gaseous mixture, and another one is blood. So, blood, the solvent is water, and the solute is everything else that's dissolved in the water. Now, remember, your blood is mostly water. Mostly water. And all the stuff, all the things that give it color and texture and taste, all that stuff is a really minor component that is dissolved into the blood. So let's have a look at the idea of concentrated versus dilute solutions. Okay, remember we're focusing on the vocabulary here. So a concentrated solution is a solution with a relatively high amount of solute. So if we're talking about mixed up cordial, the cordial that you're going to make will be the one that is concentrated. Then there's the cordial that Dad will make up, the dilute one, because he's like, don't waste all the cordial. Water it down, water it down. It is a solution with a relatively low amount of solute. And concentration, that's actually a quantitative measure of how much solute is mixed within the solvent per unit of volume. So in chemistry, we look at this as moles per liter. So concentration, we have concentration by dividing how many moles we have of a solute, by the liters of solvent. And our formula looks for this. So concentration equals N for moles over V. And the units are moles per liter, or moles divided by liters. Yeah, and that's concentration. I hope the vocab made a lot of sense. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks for watching. Bye now.